There's a quiet heaviness that follows some people wherever they go. It isn't the gentle calm of a peaceful afternoon or the quiet satisfaction of walking through nature. It's a weight that sits in the chest, a silent pressure you can't name, but you feel it constantly. It appears when your phone hasn't buzzed with a real message in weeks. It's there when you move through a crowd and feel invisible. It's there when you want to share a thought, a joke, or a small achievement, but there's no one to listen. And it lingers when you carry disappointments alone because no one is around to notice. For millions of people, this isn't occasional. It's a daily reality. And it's not because they dislike others or prefer to be alone. The psychology behind having no friends is far more layered. It is shaped by past experiences, emotional wounds, learned behaviors, and quiet adaptations that happen over years. These experiences slowly change how someone interacts with the world. Human connection is delicate. It can break easily and takes time and patience to rebuild. And yet, living without it begins to reshape a person's mind. Studies on long-term isolation reveal something powerful. Brains adapt structurally to the lack of social contact. Pathways responsible for reading facial expressions and understanding emotions can weaken. Areas used for social thinking become less active. In simple terms, the mind begins to forget how to connect. This is not weakness. This is not failure. It is neuroplasticity, the brain protecting itself in an environment where social interaction is rare. Most people don't become friendless overnight. It's a gradual process, shaped by many small cuts over time. A childhood exclusion, a broken trust, a friend group that slowly drifted apart. Each event leaves a mark. The brain learns from these moments. Being open can lead to hurt. Trust can be risky. Vulnerability can feel unsafe. So the mind creates subtle protective behaviors, sharing less, expecting less, trusting less. These aren't conscious decisions. They're survival strategies. But over time, these strategies become invisible walls, making connection harder. Neutral events, like a delayed text or a canceled plan, can start to feel like rejection. Kindness may feel like politeness instead of genuine interest. People push others away without noticing, simply to protect themselves from potential pain. The mind tries to shield itself, but ends up creating a cycle of isolation. In the absence of friends, the inner world grows louder. Thoughts replay endlessly. Conversations are rehearsed. Imagined interactions fill the mind. This inner dialogue can be a refuge, safe, predictable, comforting. But it can also become a trap. Without outside input, negative patterns grow stronger. Self-doubt gets louder. People overanalyze every social moment, imagining rejection where none exists. Interestingly, many people without friends develop a heightened emotional awareness. They see subtleties others miss: insincere smiles, forced laughter, quiet tension. This awareness is a gift. It allows for deep understanding, but it also makes trusting surface-level relationships feel impossible. Once you can see the masks people wear, it becomes harder to relax into connection. Still, the desire for meaningful relationships remains strong. People without friends often want more than casual conversation. They want depth, honesty, comfort, and connection that feels safe. But real connection requires vulnerability, and vulnerability feels dangerous when someone has been hurt before. So they wait, hoping the perfect person will appear, someone safe enough to trust. But while waiting, potential friendships slip away. Cautiousness can look like distance. Distance can look like disinterest. And the cycle repeats again. Without a supportive social mirror, self-image can distort. People see flaws louder than strengths. They assume others' interest is temporary or superficial. Real connection feels unbelievable or risky. This shapes how they interact with the world, often keeping them isolated, even when opportunities for friendship exist. When someone lives without friends, time takes on a different rhythm. Days can blur together, weekends stretch endlessly, and holidays feel like reminders of what's missing. Memories lose their shape because there are few shared experiences to anchor them. Even small interactions may take on outsized importance, becoming the highlight of an otherwise quiet week. Social skills, like muscles, require practice. Without regular interaction, conversations feel unnatural. People may second-guess their words, misread body language, or hesitate in group settings. Small mistakes feel magnified, and over time, this anxiety can make social interaction seem unfamiliar, even threatening. The fear of not knowing what to say or how to act can push someone further into solitude, deepening the cycle. Many socially isolated individuals learn to perform normalcy to fit in. They may pretend to have plans on weekends, decline invitations without explanation, or avoid discussions about social life. This performance is exhausting, and the energy it consumes can make loneliness even more noticeable. Even casual social media scrolling can exacerbate the sense of being left out. Seeing friends gather for birthdays, dinners, or trips can reinforce the feeling that connection is easy for everyone else, except for them. Without someone to share emotions, feelings become heavier. Joy can feel muted, sadness overwhelming, and anger may linger internally. Humans are wired to reflect emotions with others, but when alone, people must process everything internally. They may save stories, ideas, or experiences, hoping for a time when someone will be there to listen. But when that opportunity arrives, the accumulated weight can feel difficult to unload all at once. This internal management of emotions often comes with self-protection. Some people overcompensate by trying to please others, hoping that being agreeable will attract connection. While well-intentioned, this strategy often prevents authentic friendships from forming. When someone is constantly adjusting themselves to fit others' expectations, it's difficult for people to see who they really are. They become a reflection of what they think others want, rather than their authentic self. Loneliness also changes how people perceive social risks. Simple invitations or casual interactions can feel like high-stakes tests. A coffee meetup may require days of preparation in their mind, anticipating conversation topics, imagining possible misunderstandings, and rehearsing appropriate responses. By the time the interaction occurs, they may feel exhausted, emotionally drained, or overly cautious. Nights, in particular, amplify the sense of isolation. Without the distraction of friends or shared plans, silence feels louder. Thoughts grow heavier. Sleep may come later or be less restful. Evening hours, once meant for relaxation, can become a time of reflection or rumination. These quiet hours reveal the depth of emotional isolation, making it hard to find peace. Even in shared spaces like work or school, people without friends may feel like outsiders. They notice patterns of bonding, group dynamics, and social hierarchies that others take for granted. They observe how effortlessly others connect, while they themselves remain on the margins. This awareness sharpens their insight into human behavior, but also reinforces a sense of separation. At home, solitude has a dual role. It can both be sanctuary and confinement. Home provides safety, a place to relax without constant social pressure. But staying inside too long can make the outside world feel increasingly foreign. The longer someone isolates, the harder it becomes to re-engage with people and the environment. Technology provides some relief, but often intensifies emotional complexity. Online communities, anonymous forums, or virtual friendships offer a sense of connection that feels safe. People can share thoughts without fear of immediate judgment. Yet these digital relationships are often limited. They highlight what's missing in real life: a genuine presence, shared experiences, or physical closeness. Living without friends also shapes hope and expectation. Some days bring optimism, a belief that new connections are possible. Other days foster resignation, reinforcing the idea that isolation is permanent. This emotional swing can create exhaustion. Tiny setbacks, a delayed message, a canceled plan, or being left out of group conversations can feel like evidence that connection is impossible. Despite these challenges, solitude can also cultivate remarkable strengths. People who spend time alone often develop deep self-awareness. They reflect on values, interests, and priorities without external influence. They cultivate hobbies, creative projects, and inner skills that others may never explore. They become keen observers of human behavior, noticing subtleties in interactions, motivations, and social dynamics. This clarity is powerful, but can also make social reintegration harder. When someone understands the performative nature of many social interactions, they may hesitate to participate authentically. They question motives, evaluate intentions, and analyze social nuances more than most people. These habits, while protective, can reinforce distance from potential connections. Understanding the psychology of living without friends teaches something profound about the human experience. Isolation is not a failure. It is not evidence of being unlovable. It does not mean someone is broken. Most often, it reflects a mix of past wounds, protective habits, and circumstances beyond control. For those who have walked this path, the inner growth can be extraordinary. Time alone offers opportunities for self-discovery that are rare in the presence of constant social interaction. People without friends often learn what truly matters to them, independent of peer influence. They explore passions, hobbies, and interests on their own terms. They develop resilience, patience, and creativity, qualities that others may take for granted. This self-knowledge is a quiet power. People who have spent time alone often understand themselves better than most. They recognize their emotional needs, patterns, and boundaries. They notice what brings them joy or discomfort. They understand the importance of authenticity, and they carry this awareness into future relationships, creating the potential for deeper, more meaningful connections. Emotional intelligence also grows in solitude. When there's no one else to mirror feelings, people learn to identify and process emotions on their own. They become attentive to subtleties in behavior, tone, and expression. They can sense hidden feelings in others, even when unspoken. This empathy, born from experience, becomes a strength, a tool for navigating relationships with care and understanding once connection is possible. Yet, these strengths come with caution. People who have spent long periods without close friends may approach new relationships with care. They may test trust, observe behavior, and hesitate to fully open up. This is not a flaw, it's a survival mechanism. Their past experiences have taught them that emotional investment carries risk, and their protective instincts are there to prevent further harm. Even so, hope persists. People without friends often yearn for genuine connection more deeply than anyone else. They crave relationships where silence is comfortable, where mutual understanding flows naturally, and where both parties feel safe to show vulnerability. The longing for depth over casual interaction means that when they do form friendships, those bonds can be exceptionally strong and meaningful. Healing is gradual. It starts with small steps: a conversation, a shared laugh, a moment of trust. Slowly, walls built over years can be softened. Social skills, though rusty, can be rebuilt with practice. Awareness and caution guide interactions without preventing them. The internal voice, once harsh and critical, can become supportive and compassionate. With patience, the mind can relearn that connection is possible and safe. People who have experienced isolation often develop unique coping strategies that allow them to thrive independently. They find fulfillment in their own company. They create routines and habits that nurture mental, emotional, and physical well-being. They discover hobbies, creativity, and interests that bring genuine joy. And when friendships do emerge, these individuals can enter them with clarity, self-awareness, and depth that many people take years to develop. Isolation also cultivates gratitude. Small gestures, a genuine compliment, a shared story, a simple check-in, are noticed and appreciated deeply. The absence of superficial interaction makes meaningful human contact more powerful and rewarding. People learn to recognize value in authenticity, kindness, and attentiveness. Technology, while sometimes a source of comparison, can also be a bridge. Online communities, interest-based groups, and supportive forums can provide safe spaces for connection. These interactions allow people to practice social skills, receive validation, and express themselves. Over time, digital bonds can lead to real-world friendships, especially when approached thoughtfully and mindfully. Finally, solitude teaches patience. People learn to move through life without external validation. They develop resilience in the face of rejection or disappointment. They become comfortable being alone without feeling empty. This patience and self-reliance create a strong foundation for healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future. The ultimate lesson is this: being without friends does not make someone broken. It makes them observant, resilient, self-aware, and emotionally intelligent. The inner strength gained through solitude is real. It is enduring, and it is exactly what prepares someone to form connections that are honest, deep, and lasting. For viewers experiencing isolation, this perspective can bring comfort. Your quiet moments, your inner reflections, your careful observations, these are not wasted. They are your preparation for meaningful relationships. They are your personal growth, unfolding quietly in the background. You are not hard to love. You are not unworthy. You are learning, surviving, and growing. And survival, through all its challenges, is not weakness. It is proof of strength. In time, when the world feels ready and when the right people appear, the skills, awareness, and emotional depth you've gained will allow you to connect in ways others may never understand. Your experiences make your friendships richer, your empathy sharper, and your presence more meaningful. Loneliness is not the end. It is a teacher. a quiet guide that, when understood, shows that strength, awareness, and resilience can flourish even in the absence of constant companionship. The journey may feel long, but the inner growth achieved in solitude is a gift that shapes every future connection.